Oh, hi there. It's Mr. Thinking Cox here. Okay, so here's the thing. Today we're doing a size and scale project. I'm going to show you all some examples and then show you how. Please stick around for the how so this will make any sense. Okay, so size, scale, giant kind of images is obviously where you change the size of something to either make it very small or very large. So like either this is a giant cell phone or this is a tiny castle that fits onto the cell phone. Some other examples are either it's a tiny man or normal books or giant books. But either way, we're playing with size and scale, right? And so here's one just showing like, hey, this is sort of like the original Jaws poster. Well, this one's bigger, a lot bigger. And they are so small that they're walking on a broken wire or, it's large. Either way, we're just playing with size, playing with scale. Here's the man, here's the earth. Look at that. There's a lady sitting on a telephone. Here is a girl behind some buildings. Here's a girl by is that the Space Needle? Is that what that is? Or is there a different title for that? I don't know. I don't think that's the Space Needle. I think it's in Seattle, I think. Here's a guy with the giant arch. Here's another guy with buildings. Okay, one important thing. Notice this. We're going to do this. See how like he's in front of some buildings, he's behind other buildings, and there's clouds both in front of and behind him. He's really sandwiched in there, kind of like this. This guy is in front of the back arch, but behind the front part of the arch. He's really nestled in there. Here's another one. This guy, like he's behind the bridge, but his arms come in front of it. That's important. Otherwise, it looks fake. She is in front of some buildings, behind others. If you don't do it like that, it looks fake. She's in front of some buildings in Seattle, I think, and behind the Space Needle. That's how you do it. You nestle these pictures in there. See the clouds? That adds a whole new touch to it. If you just copy and paste on top, it looks fake. So here's how. Okay, here's let me get we'll just go with. Let me just give it a white background or something so it doesn't drive me bananas. Let's see here. Here is okay, here we go. So here's a photograph. Shout out. This one was actually by Connor Chaney. So I cropped it out. Bloop. Actually, I got Photoshop to crop it for me. I did the select and mask, then did select subject. It didn't do it 100% perfectly for me, so I had to go in and just add some stuff to it. But it did a pretty good job. I'll cancel out since I've already done it. Here it is. Okay, one thing is we're going to make him look like a giant. And what I don't want to happen is I don't want this hard outline to just be as it is right now. And so I'm going to go ahead and get an eraser, a blurry eraser, and just kind of blend it out so that it at least kind of fades into nothingness. And you can't, I don't know, it comes across more professional. Psychologically, it doesn't do that number where you're like, hey, that's cheap. They just copied and pasted it. It makes it look like it blends in. Okay, so then another thing is here is a scene of Auburn High School. And we'll just quickly crop it. Again, I'm going to let Photoshop do it for me if it can. I'm putting it on any selection tool, going to select and mask till it, am I on the wrong layer? Nope, I'm on the right layer. Okay, select and mask, select subject. And it's going to show us, not doing a great job there, Photoshop. So I'm going to fill in the rest. Again, I'm using the top tool here and just kind of tell it. I can increase the size of it up here. I would like to include the entire high school and the trees. I just don't want the sky, right? So let's tell it something like this, where it gets the trees in there, at least for the most part. That's probably good right there. Did it do it perfectly? It did not. And I could go back in if I wanted to make minor modifications. I'm going to, for the most part, just go with it as is now. And I think it'll be good enough for what we need it to do. You can be as picky as you want. And try to remember to do decontaminate colors. It just, sometimes it makes it more believable, blend in better. I'm going to click OK. Okay, so far, we just got a guy dunking over a building. But there's no sky back here. Problem is the original sky was not tall enough, right? So I just wanted to get rid of this sky, and I'm bringing in a whole new sky, and we'll put that on a lower layer, just drag it down beneath the building. And look at that. It looks like the building has a different sky behind it, kind of brighter. But the main thing is that it goes up high enough, right? So here's our new one. I need to put the basketball player above the building, but maybe beneath, or sorry, I need it to be above the sky, but maybe beneath the building. So it looks like he's kind of nestled in there. He's in front of the sky, he's behind the building. And then another thing we can do, we can get a cloud. I just went to Google and I searched for cloud PNG, and it was already cropped out. So like we can make it so that, again, kind of we're nestling him in there. I could put it so that he's in front of some clouds, but he's behind some clouds too, especially maybe like his feet, you know. Or I can make a clone of it. I can bring it up here, and I can make it so that the basketball goal that was just fading from nothingness, now it's suddenly just kind of hidden behind a cloud, and you're like, I don't know where that goal came from, but it's hidden. It makes more sense. It's not just free floating. It's in a cloud, you know. And again, you can move this, you can resize it, you can make it so that it kind of fits the scale that you need for this particular thing. You can put it on whichever side of him you want it to be on. I may even make one more copy, and we'll do one up around like where this other cloud is, just to make it look like he's kind of in front of some of the clouds and kind of behind some of the clouds. We'll go with that for now. And I did the same for birds. I actually typed in birds PNG. They are not cropped out, but if I put it on multiply, then they basically are. And I'm going to shrink it down again just to fit the size and scale that I'm going for. Like, hey, he's jumping over the building and is really wrestling these birds up. And maybe they could be on a lower layer than the building so that it looks like they're coming out. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but it has a little bit of a hard edge. If I go in with the blurry eraser tool and kind of blend it out, you know, just ish like this, then it won't be really noticeable anymore when I put it on multiply. And so I'm going to put it on a lower opacity too, just so they look more believable. And so we got birds in there. We got clouds covering him up. We got clouds behind him. He's starting to be in it, you know. And then just for good measure, I'm going to put on a lens flare. I just Googled lens flare. If we put it on screen, it screens out the dark colors and leaves only the bright. Again, if you zoom in, like you can notice there's a little bit of a hard outline there. Let me make it where it's very noticeable. So once more, just with a blurry eraser, I'm going to go in and tell it to do away with that. I just want it to blend in naturally and not have any computery straight jaggedy lines. So now when I put it on screen, man, there's options. I can line it up with maybe the top of the building and make it look like the sun is like peeking over the rooftop. That's one option. Let's see what that looks like. We'll go with that. Here's without. Here is with. How you doing there? Hey, come be in the video. There's a. So listen, here I'll do the stop sharing the screen for a second. So hey, it's a friend. Look at that. So please don't speak. That's rude. Can you not say? All right. How do I share the screen? Okay, we're almost done. Don't even worry about it. Just calm down. So okay, here's the thing. I wanted to type in the word Auburn and make it go with the building, just for good measure. So I'll put on. I typed out the word Auburn. I need to rasterize it to do what we're about to do. Layer, rasterize, type. It won't work if you don't rasterize it. And then don't worry, this is gonna be behind the guy in a minute. Just calm down. So if you go to edit now, edit transform perspective, I can make this like go with the angle of the building, and not only the angle of the building, but the same, like, okay, what's close up to us will look larger, what's far back will look smaller, right? And again, you can just keep angling it sort of as you wish, and trying to make it where it matches the building in terms of size and everything else. size and perspective. We can lean it back if we need to. Okay, we'll go with that. And then check this out. We'll move it down beneath the guy and put it on maybe something else like, let's see which one we want to go with. I may just put it on like a lower opacity. We'll go with that for now. You could drag it if you prefer above the building. You could drag it beneath. You don't even have to use it at all. It's just one thing that you can do with size and scale is play with perspective. So we'll put it there for now. And if you want, this is all optional. You could make everything black and white except for the player, just so he stands out. So like if we were to go to image adjustments, desaturate, click on the layer with the building right here, image adjustments, desaturate, and then even the goal, if we wanted to, we could desaturate that, or just need to click on his layer and use the, I don't want to desaturate the whole thing because he's on that layer also. And then we'll just tell it, hey, suck some color out of there, and it makes the goal less colorful. So there's one option, or there's one option. For a 10-minute project, this isn't a great project, but it's for a 10-minute project, pretty good project. And you have options. Again, you can make the guy on top of the building, maybe still beneath the clouds. But let me move these up a little bit. So he's above the building this way. You could change the size of the player. You can make it so that he's small and it makes him look like he's jumping extra high. You can make it where he's large and he's extra giantish. There's so many options. And if you do that, I might still move him behind the building so that it looks like he is a giant. If you wanted, you could have one leg coming over the building and one behind the building. Lots of different options. We'll just go back with the original for now. So there we go. That's probably enough. If you guys have any questions, just holler, and I will talk to you jokesters tomorrow. Anything you want to say before I cut this thing off? Hey, ask me how I'm doing today. How am I doing? I'm feeling clean like a money machine. Wait, say it so I can stop it right at the record. So ask how I'm doing. How am I doing? I'm feeling clean like a money machine. Dang, I still have to hit the stop button.